what we call the American Gold Eagle. It has always been one of the single most collectible coins put out by the United States government, and always one of the most popular coins that we sell here as well. And like I said, it's going to be, this is one of the first presentations that I've done. Solid gold, 2017, absolutely perfect. First day of issue, exclusive to HSN, individually numbered to ensure it's placed within the limited edition. And by the way, we'll go ahead and give you the red egg presentation box. Pretty good stuff.
I think so.
I mean, gold, I mean, you know, nobody woke up this morning and said, you know, I got all the gold I need.
Oh, no, no, no.
You know, gold is gold, and this is not layered or plated or vermeil or any of that stuff. This is a solid gold coin, folks. This is a solid gold coin. I think that's of crucial importance for you to understand when you're collecting this. This is the 2017. We've been doing this every year since I have been here. It's absolutely incredible. Now, let's go up the scale. The government makes 4 different American Gold Eagles. They make the $5, and they make the $10. The $10 that you see right here actually has 2.5 times. 2.5, we're only gonna spend a minute here, as I've only got these, once again, I only have 70 left. 9 of these have already been sold in essence on the, hsn.com is what I'm assuming with this. And so only 70, one of the most limited of all the American Eagles that we have available here. And like I said, the 2017, exclusive to us, only 79. Now I think what I want to do is I want to go to the last one here very quickly, okay? This is the 2017 $25 Gold Eagle. The reason I wanted to go to this is of all the Gold Eagles that we sell here, the 5, the 10, the Buffalo, all the things that we sell here, the coin that is the most limited, the coin that is the most limited in our entire gold series is right here, is the 25. And while we have 49 in the limited edition, we only have 38 remaining. 11 already sold, in essence, have sold on hsn.com. This is a full ½ ounce of pure gold that's contained within this coin. It is year in and year out. This is spectacular. Year in, year out, it is the rarest gold coin made by the United States government. Isn't that spectacular?
Yes, I've not seen that before.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, the Flying Eagle, yeah. Actually, the designer on that, Ms. Miley Busick, was the designer on that has a family of eagles. As you can see, the little eaglets down there as the mother comes back to the nest.
I've not seen anything like that.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? That's on the American Gold Eagle. And of course, not just brilliant uncirculated, but certified absolutely perfect mint state 70.
Yeah, beautiful choice. And thank you. 534054 is the item number. So, what's coming up next hour?
Well, I mean, gold's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and sell pure platinum.
Okay, now we're talking the rarest of the rare.
Yeah. Platinum, I believe, is about 100 times rarer than gold. Absolutely. Now, here's the interesting...
And by the way, this is the very first time, and I've worked with you now for at least a year.
Since 1957.
Yeah, right.
I'm that old, you're not, sadly.
First time I've seen
platinum.
Platinum.
And not only platinum, this is an ounce of pure platinum. This is a $100 coin. This is a $100 coin. So I want to look at, by the way, 7 of these already sold. 7 of these already sold. So this is the brand new 2017. And the reason that I'm real proud of this coin is, remember when I told you that the gold Walking Liberty missed the flight?
Yes.
This one made it. It was literally delivered last, the night before last. Friday about 7:30 at night, this coin landed. We sold it last night.
And it's been more popular even than
the gold. Yeah. It's spectacular.
But obviously, I mean, the fact that it is platinum.
Right.
I mean, we can start there.
But it goes beyond that. Yeah, so you get this ounce of platinum. Secondly, remember I told you that the gold coin that was the most, the rarest of the bunch was 48. There's only 36 of these and already 7 sold. So we're already down to 29. Now I want to tell you a little story about this coin and why it's even more significant and even more desirable and even more collectible than that. The United States government has been making the Platinum Eagles since 2006. Here's what happens. They do not release these coins. 13 of them gone just like that. Yeah, a dealer probably bought 5 of these, and here's why. I can tell you exactly why. I'm getting to that part of the story. These are not sold directly to the United States public. They're sold through a series of what are called authorized purchasers, APs. There are 12 of them in the United States. They got their platinum orders. That's the only way you can buy them. I have to buy them, and I have relationships with many of these, and 2 in particular. So I went to go buy my Platinum Eagles, and they said, you're on restriction. I said, what do you mean restriction? They go, we've been informed that this may well be and is probably the only shipment we will get for the year of the Platinum Eagles. So I spend, I don't know, $10, $20 million a year with these guys. They let me have 60. They let me have 60 of these coins. I called the other AP that I deal with. He let me have 40 coins. I got 100 coins. Of those 100 coins, 36 of them graded perfect. I am not likely to get, so oftentimes we have the first day of issue, and occasionally we may bring back another one that's not for, this is probably the first day of issue and the only day of issue, okay, is what it's going to come down to. The United States government just has a lot of things to do. Okay? It has a lot of things to do this year. And so platinum coins, they never make that many. I mean, in a good year, they make 20,000. Okay. Which makes it rarer than the 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle. It's the one I always quote. That one has 31,000 in the mintage. That's a $7,000 coin, and it's got 20 bucks worth of silver in it. Okay, this has got an ounce of pure platinum. 15 of these gone now. We're almost halfway sold through the edition. 15 of these sold right now. So once again, almost assuredly going to be the only opportunity that I've got for platinum this year. That's why I said it's likely being a dealer who got completely shut out, who didn't spend $20 million, and they said, we are sold out already. So we were extremely limited. They saved these only for their very largest customers. The similar thing happened last year in a one-year-only issue, and the price on these things went so far beyond, in essence, the platinum value of this that it became so ultimately and incredibly collectible. What we need to track here is the sold the sold quantity, because of that crazy they got that thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. So let's do this and just get the sold quantity up there. Because I've sold now, because that's the key question to this. I've sold 17 of the 36. 16, I'm sorry, 16. This clock, because our clock is, our quantity that we sell is very exact. So once again, here's what you get. This is, and I want to show you this coin. I love this American coin. So let's flip this over. Look at the detail on that. That's what you get in pure platinum. Look at the incredible relief, is what we call that in a coin. The relief that coin has. Isn't that spectacular?
Oh, it is.
For many people, this is the only time that they are going to see a 2017 Platinum Eagle. This coin is so incredible. It's the highest denomination coin that the United States government has ever made. Okay? At $100. We had a $100 gold coin that they released in 2015. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. I've got a dozen of, or maybe not even a dozen of those. So this is a $100, look at that, 99995 fine platinum, 1 pure ounce. So you've got a significant intrinsic value, and all I've done is rattled on about the numismatic value. I suspect they may end up making fewer than 10,000 of these. If that is the case, it becomes one of the modern American rarities. It becomes one of the modern American rarities. And past year Platinum Eagles have followed that in the past and have done that in the past. And so that's why it's important. And of course, those are the ones that sell for, well, you have the ounce of pure platinum as a backdrop of value. It is truly the numismatic value. It is truly the numismatic value of these that is of critical and crucial importance. So when we show, if we can show this, we have 18 sold now. So we're exactly half sold through in 6 minutes. Okay, in 6 minutes. Now, once I sell this out, of course, our first day of issue, which is exclusive to us here at HSN, you can't buy it anyplace else. Okay, so there's only 36 of these for worldwide distribution to start with. Okay, there's only 36 of these for worldwide distribution to start with. Once this sells out, not only will this be it, I don't believe I can get a single additional Platinum Eagle. If I did, I would have to buy it on the secondary market at much more than I paid for these. It would not be first day of issue, and I'd probably be $26.99, $27.99, $29.99. I mean, some of the prior year Eagles are as much as, $3,000, $3,500.
We don't want to do that.
Based on rarity, based on desirability. And I think this coin is going to start falling into.
So let me get in there, Mike, really quickly, because with just seconds remaining on the clock, Mike has explained the full story about how it's very unlikely he will get more. And if he does, it won't be the first day of issue, and we know how critical that is. And an opportunity for you to be able to get this one today. So we're inviting you to either call or go online. We recognize that a number of you are buying multiples, so you're certainly more than welcome to do that. Our producer, Rocky, is saying that we have about a dozen remaining, and so...
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not accounting there. Those are completed orders. Okay. Those are people completed, you know, whatever, done. There's 110 people on the phone that are maybe in various parts of ordering this.
So continue.
Ordering the other things, continue to stay in on this, likely to be sellout.
So 541528 is the item number to reference when you're ordering this coin. And...
Okay, now here's the one from 2015. This is the American, let's do this for about a minute if we can, Rocky, if that's cool, because there's two things here. The very first $100 American gold coin, that's the Liberty coin. SP70, absolutely perfect, sold out in 2015. They didn't do it in 2016. $500 price break. That's the only $100 gold coin ever made by the United States government. Folks, I'm telling you, at a $500 price break, it's been sold out for over a year here. I've got, how many, what'd you say, I have a dozen? I have 12. Yeah, I have exactly a dozen. I've got 12 of those coins, $24.99.95. One of the single most popular coins that we've ever sold here at HSN. I have a dozen of them for you at a $500 price break.
24 karat gold at
24 karat gold.
off.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, that's very good.
Okay, now we're going to get serious. This is my pick for Coin of the Year 2016. This, by the way, the platinum, we are down to 9 coins. 27 sold. 27 sold with the platinums. Okay. We're going to spend a few minutes here, or until we sell it out, and it will sell out. The United States government, this is what I call a fall through the cracks coin. I had this on for a few minutes last night. At 2 a.m., we have 430 already spoken for so far today. The United States government last year made 3 different American Silver Eagles. They made a proof coin, made a satin finish coin, and they made the regular mint state coin, 2016. Last year also happened to be the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle. And the American Silver Eagle, in the 30th anniversary, the United States government marks the anniversaries of the American Silver Eagle. And they've done it with Silver Eagle sets. They've done a 10th anniversary set, a 20th anniversary set, and a 25th anniversary set. And now you have the 30th anniversary. They did the 10th anniversary by simply taking a proof American Silver Eagle and putting a West Point mint mark on it. In this condition, the last time I sold one of those here at HSN, it was $29,000. $29,000 for a 10th anniversary.
For the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, for the 10th anniversary.
Say, how much was it again?
$29,000. Well, actually, $29,995. $29,000. We put it. We had it. Sold it in like a minute. It's the last one I've had. I can't. They virtually are non-existent. In PCGS, I think one sold for $89,000. Yeah. So it's a big deal. So move to the 20th anniversary, and they didn't put a West. They made a special reverse proof American Silver Eagle. We sell that coin today. I originally sold it for about this price. I think it was probably 99 bucks, 120 bucks, something like that. Today, when I have that, we sell them for about $1,100. We sell them for about $1,100. By the way, this coin's rarer. Then they did a 25th anniversary set. I originally sold that coin, I think, for $129. Today, when we sell it here at HSN, it's $1,500. And now we have the 30th anniversary. They didn't just put a W mint mark on it or do a special finish. They actually put 30th anniversary, the first United States coin, where the anniversary logo is actually on the coin itself and right on the edge. It says 30th anniversary stamped on the edge. The only time the United States government has ever done that on a United States anniversary Silver Eagle was for 2016 and the 30th anniversary. They did it in the SP coin and they did it in the proof coin. They just stamped the edge, 30th anniversary. So that, incredibly cool, incredibly collectible, incredibly desirable. Of course, the phones were going crazy. But now comes the really, truly interesting part. Now comes the part that's really, really, really important. Traditionally, the United States government will release these SP or satin finish eagles somewhere in the first third of the year, February, March, maybe April. Last year, because of that, remember that gold walker I just showed you and all the other stuff that was going on, it wasn't released until December. And what happens in December is people are thinking about other things because the government traditionally does not release a lot of coins in December. Plus, we're getting ready for the 2017s. We literally have to spend millions and millions of dollars getting ready for the 2017 Silver Eagles and Gold Eagles. Everybody else is doing holiday shopping. They're not paying attention to what's happening in coins. And so this coin then fell through the cracks. That's what I'm, a fall between the cracks coin is what this was. So what happens, since the United States government in essence makes these coins to order. In other words, they make as many as people order. And nobody really ordered them. So when I tell you about that 20th anniversary American Silver Eagle, that's the reverse proof, this coin's 30% rarer than that coin. And a tenth of the price. A tenth of the price. That's the key to this 30th anniversary. So what you have is you have this perfect alignment of events, okay, where all the dials click, where you have it released at the end of the year. And it took everybody by surprise. However, there's a few of us that pay attention to these things. Since I've been doing this, and as many people point out, it's the only discernible skill that I have is coins, okay? And I've seen this act play out before. And what it means is when a coin is overlooked like this, it often becomes an amazing, incredible collectible. Think the Ford Edsel. One of the great car blowups of all time. Don't you wish you had a mint Edsel right now, worth a couple of bucks? So when it gets overlooked, folks, when it gets overlooked, it almost always becomes an incredible collectible if it meets all of the standards of collectability. The only satin finish American Silver Eagle that has ever had edge lettering, of course collectible. The fact that it is actually a 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle, that's collectible. Only the fourth one of those. They did a 10th anniversary, a 20th, 25th, and now 30th anniversary. It has rarity. It's the third rarest of those, and by far, it's the only one I can sell you for less than $1,000 in this condition. Now, by the by, this is my original issue price right here, and these are going absolutely crazy, folks. Just because it's my original issue price, just because I bought as many thousands of these as I could get my hands on from the United States Mint, knowing that this coin would be one of the most significant United States government issue coins of the last decade or quarter century, even though I did that, I'm still giving you my original price. $119. I'm still going to give you the Red Oak presentation box, $14.95 value. So you're basically $100. So you get numismatic history here, as long as you call in and don't get caught short, okay, for basically $100. What this reminds me of, for those of you, and we have lots and lots and lots of you, and I'd like to thank you right now, that have followed us for all the years that I've been here. And then I had a coin not that long ago, the Enhanced Uncirculated Sacagawea Golden Dollar. It was one of these. And all of a sudden, the Mint releases this. It becomes one of the great American collectibles. And we sold the original coins at $79, and then $99, then $129, $149, $179, $199, as they just kind of did this. Well, I see this as, in essence, that kind of coin. As people start looking at this and paying attention to this and doing this and understanding what the collectability and desirability of this is, that it's not just an American Silver Eagle, it's a 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle. They did this in the proof coin. This coin is 3 times rarer than the proof coin. The proof coin's great.
I need to go order it. Hey, Rocky.
Matter of fact, I'm going to give you the opportunity on the proof coin here in just a minute. It's $179.
They're going to bring me a jacket. I think they should bring me my cell phone.
Yeah, I would get one of these because you've started your collecting.
Yeah, I have.
This is, I think, one of the most important coins,
guys,
certainly
if you
of the
can
last
bring me my cell phone and I can order really quickly right here.
We have that happen every now and then.
Well, yeah, I have my HSN app right on my phone, and I am encouraging everyone who's watching now, if you want in on this, you can see how quickly that counter is changing, okay? Without a doubt, this is it. Now, what are the chances of you getting more? What are the chances?
Oh, I'll get more.
Okay.
But it becomes a price issue.
Oh,
See
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
At this point, I still have my original quantities. And I bought a lot of these, okay, because I knew how good it was going to be.
Exactly, exactly.
I will sell, this is the lowest price I will sell them at. That I can guarantee. Okay, they won't sell, I won't sell these ever for less than $119. Okay. What I can almost 100% promise you, $99,999.95, just like the fineness of this coin in silver, is that I will sell this coin at $129 and $149 and probably $179 and likely $199. I don't know beyond that.
Right, of course.
I know the 20th anniversary coin, with this coin is actually rarer than. I know I sold that coin for about this price, and today I sell it for about $1,000. Now, I don't ever sell it that often because I can't find them. They're all gone. They made 250,000 of that coin. This coin's like 168.
Oh, thank
Platinum
you.
sold out.
Thank you for your phone calls
Yeah.
on the platinum. It's completely gone.
Yeah.
Great job on that one.
Here's what we're about to do. We're about to get to one of our favorite parts of the show. We're crossing the Rubicon.
Yes.
We're over half sold out. And like I said, I put up a majority of the quantity that I own of these at this price. Look, the fact of the matter is I could have very simply just held on to them and waited 30 days and charged you another $10 or $20,
Exactly.
no problem, okay? But understand, I'm not here 15 years by doing that.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm here for all these 15 years to do is to help you build your collection, to give you significant coins at significant savings. That's what we're trying to do. That's what, look, these are generational touchstones. Not only is this an important coin, a 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle, not only is that an important coin, not only is this a spectacular opportunity and price, in my opinion, but it is also one of those coins that becomes a generational touchstone that literally can touch each generation as it passes down, from mothers and fathers to sons and daughters and nieces and nephews, from their aunts and uncles and grandmothers and grandfathers out there for your grandchildren. This becomes that thing that transcends a generation. And to do that, I have to give you the best possible coins at the best possible price that I can offer. And this coin falls squarely in that. It's not often that our left counter has a hard time keeping up. But that is pretty much the case right now. Now she's furiously finding her HSN app on her phone right now as we see this. And so, once again, let me go over this coin and explain to you what this is. I mean, I think everybody's understanding that. We got literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on the phone. But let me explain to you what this is. Remember, the United States government's made the American Silver Eagle since 1986. And they've had a proud tradition of that. It is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world. And when they did the 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle, it was kind of popular. 1995, the American Eagle hadn't really caught on yet. They only made 31,000 of those, but once again, that coin in this condition is like 30 grand. Seriously, $30,000 in 70 condition. By the time we got to the 20th anniversary coin, the American Silver Eagle was popular. They made 250,000 and sold out in a single day from the United States Mint. We bought thousands of those, and our original price on that was about the same as this. It's about 10 times that right now. It's about 10 times that right now. And then they did the 25th anniversary coin, and for some odd reason, they decided to only make 100,000 of them. It's crashed the United States Mint website, and I think they sold them out in 26 minutes or something silly like that. We sold, 1,000 or so of them that we were able to get, or 2,000 of them at that price of about, I think it was about $129 or $149. And then today, when I have them, they're like $1,500. Okay, they're like $1,500. This one didn't catch me so much by surprise, and the government actually didn't limit them for 2016. But because they were released at the end of the year and fell into this kind of down the rabbit hole of collectability with that, they only made, the last mintage I saw on these was 168,000, folks, was 168,000. And so at 168,000, it's rarer than the 20th anniversary and not that much less rare than the 25th anniversary. And it's the only one, and those are just different finishes and different mint marks. None of those are actually labeled on the coin, 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, or 25th anniversary. This is the only one that is labeled on the Silver Eagle to be an anniversary, regardless of what it is, and it's right there on the edge, and it's the only edge-lettered SP satin finish American Eagle that's ever been done by the United States government. That's of crucial and critical importance. It's something you have to understand. It's something that you have to collect, in my opinion. Now, you see what we have sold. I had loaded in for this. We had 1,600 coins. Like I said, that's the majority. Now, understand, I had to send in way more than that because these are certified 70s. So for 1,600, I had to have thousands of coins. Okay.
It's nerve-wracking trying to get this at the last minute.
I know, isn't it? Now you know what it feels like for everybody out there.
I do know what it feels like. Here's what I want everybody to do. This is absolutely going to sell out in minutes, and it may even sell out before that 3.5-minute clock. I'm trying to get mine here. I'm almost done with my order. I'm also encouraging you to order yours. We're not kidding when we say, I mean, we've had at least, 6 sellouts in the show tonight. So far, 6 of them.
Right.
So for under $40 on the FlexPay, do it, but don't wait much longer. Over 1,100 gone just today.
And here's the problem, only 475 left. Okay,
Right.
Here's the problem, only 471 left. Now, once again, let's go back. So the United States government has made 4 anniversary American Silver Eagles in its existence, okay? 4 years. They made 10th anniversary Eagles, 20th anniversary Eagles, 25th anniversary Eagles, and now 30th anniversary Eagles. In the 30th anniversary, they did the satin finish, the SP, which is the rarest, and did 30th anniversary edge lettering. And they also put 30th anniversary edge lettering on the proof coin as well, okay? They didn't do it on the regular mint state coin. So the satin finish and the proof together, in essence, are the set, okay? But that's a 2-coin 30th anniversary set. All the other ones have 1 silver eagle that is unique to the anniversary, and this is the only one of any of those coins where it is specifically marked on the coin itself in terms of edge lettering. Now, here's partially what the problem is.
I got it.
Did you? Good for you.
It's yours.
Oh, good job. Way to get in. Because we're under 400 now, and I probably have pretty close to that many folks on the phone.
Thank you.
Over 1,200 sold. Okay, over 1,200 sold on the day. About 800 sold in this airing. Okay, because we had 400 sold before we even started this.
I was getting nervous.
I know you were getting nervous because you.
It's crazy.
Because you have to understand. Here at the show, we have these little monitors that tell us, you know, how many are being sold and phone calls and all that.
Yeah.
And it is just going. She's watching it go down like
Well,
this,
I
and
was
she's
watching.
typing away. That you were watching
I was
it while
watching,
you're doing
and
this.
then that's why I was like, okay, now I better order now because.
Because here's the thing: if we sell this out, I mean, even Marlo, even the host,
we don't
even
get it.
you guys
yeah.
can't get it.
No.
That's absolutely
and people
right.
don't realize we have to order in the same way.
Everybody else does.
Everybody orders the same way.
I have my HSN app and my
Yeah,
card,
yeah,
and that's the way
same
I
thing.
order as well. You know, I buy all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is easy. I mean, it takes just, minutes, especially if your information is already in the system. You definitely need to do it now with a minute remaining on our clock. This is a great one, and it's a wonderful way. It's no secret, I am not. Well, I guess now I am officially a
You
coin
are a
collector.
coin collector. You weren't.
I weren't. I mean, I wasn't until about a month ago.
Right.
So I
finally got to you.
I'm a newbie. Coin number 2.
But everyone, because you have to understand, coins are history. And I mean,
Look, I'm into
we're
my
just
second month and I'm on my second coin.
Right, well, no, that's,
So I
that's
guess
pretty good.
That's okay.
I mean, because it speaks to you, because you've got the
Yes.
intrinsic value.
Yes,
We understand
yes.
As human beings the value of intrinsic value. The precious metals, they're precious for a reason. It's almost in our DNA
Right.
to be able to do that.
Right.
By the way, folks, we have 1,350 sold. There are what, 230 left.
Yes.
You have got to be on the phone
Every-
maybe in the next 5 minutes,
Right.
or 5 seconds.
So listen,
Seconds,
although we
not
put a
minutes.
sold out stamp on there, you can still get it. You can still get that coin. So please keep calling. Please keep calling. Adam Freeman in the Monday Night Show. Coming up, here's a look.
You never know what we're going to do on the Monday Night Show, but here's a sneak peek. There'll be more than a few surprises.
Quick look at what's going on right now. Watch out for that seagull.
And weekly guest challenges.
Not on yet. Keep going, Leah. Keep going.
But don't forget about the great products. Tune in 7 p.m. on Monday or visit hsn.com and search Monday Night Show for more.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? Now, when you apply for the HSN card, instantly get $10 off. It's all about you. Extra flex on the things you love. Now, when you use your HSN card, you get extra flex all day, every day on all jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases. Plus, no interest VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
Cooking is my life. Cooking at home for my family is a special time. So I want everybody out there to have a great time in the kitchen while they're cooking. And the most important thing is to have the right appliances and the right pots and pans. I give it to all my chefs in the restaurant, and they give me suggestions, and they try them out. And so can you at home.
I
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things.
I see something and I see that we can make it better.
One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Very excited for you.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
So we've got a hot item at HSN that I'd like for you to take a look at. It happens to be a Westinghouse TV, and it's not any ordinary television. It is an 4K ultra high definition smart TV, and it comes already with a 2-year warranty. 4K, it's the best of the best that's out there when you're talking about up to 8.3 million pixels. Just think most computer screens only have 1 million. That has over 8 millions. It's an unbelievably beautiful television, vivid color, of course. We're gonna give you a chance to be able to have that full upscaling, which is gonna improve even your non-4K footage. And that it's a smart TV, so if you have a Netflix account, you're gonna be able to watch all sorts of great content. We have a 55-inch as well as a 65-inch, and I think that 65-inch is the best value I've seen, under $1,000 for that 65-inch with free shipping.
I was
and flex
just
pay.
TV shopping. I can promise you that's a good.
That's a great deal for that 65-inch. I'm like, the TVs are getting larger and larger, so that's a great hot item you should check out on hsn.com. Another one. It's right here in front of us.
Well, remember I was just showing you this.
Yes.
The SP was that's the coin, because it had the 30th anniversary, and I kept saying that the proof coin also had 30th anniversary, as it does. This is that, but this is the first day of issue coin. Now look at this, 5,830 in the limited edition. I have 667 left. Now, this was released a little earlier in the year, so they've made a few more of these.
Sure.
The proof coin tends to be more, that's why it's $179. Now, it's been out long enough to be a pretty significant customer pick. I understand it's at $179.95 is kind of a, it's a little bit more money than the SP, even though they didn't make it, but it is the proof. But since we did it last year, we do this one time per year. We have one coin that has 4 grading certificates with it,
yes.
And we have one coin that has 2 free grading certificates from Annex as well. And this is that coin. So with this coin, not only do you get the 30th anniversary, once again, the other side, the companion piece to the 1,500 of the SPs that we just got, because that's 30th anniversary on the edge too, and if you look at it right there, you can see it right through the lens.
Yeah,
see, that's how we do it, just like that. So you can see it through the lens. This is the Proof Eagle from last year. Here's the grading certificate. This is I think this is a $38 value, if I'm not mistaken. $38 additional value. That brings this down into the $130. So you can take any 2 coins that you own and send them in and have them certified by Annex for just the shipping and handling charge. It's an amazing thing. Now, so like I said, over 5,000 of these already spoken for. We're down to 660. It is the companion piece for the 30th anniversary. Now add in the fact that you get the Red Oak presentation box, $36. You have $50. You have $50 worth of bonuses. That brings this down to $129, almost the same exact price as the SP. And while the SP is definitely the coin, that's the coin we just sold out, sold
Right,
1,500 of those, the coin of 2016. This is number 2 or certainly number 3. The Walking Liberty might be number 2 to me, the gold Walking Liberty that we sold out earlier. This would be number 3 because the Proof Eagle is so important and also has the 30th anniversary on the edge. The only Proof American Silver Eagle, the only Proof American Silver Eagle that has got an edge lettering on it like that, that shows 30th anniversary. Now, when we talk about, I talked about those prior anniversary coins. The 10th anniversary was a proof coin, just like this. All it had was this little W or West Point Mint mark. It was the first one with the West Point Mint mark. In this condition, once again, it's a $30,000 coin.
Unbelievable.
$30,000 coin. Now, the 20th anniversary coin was what you call a reverse proof. So in other words, this part of the coin looked like it was out here, and then the shiny part of the coin was on the device or raised part of the coin. So it was still a proof eagle, and it was an RP, what we call a reverse proof. And once again, that coin, which we sell today for about $1,000 or so, was a proof coin. The 25th anniversary was a proof coin. This coin right here is the latest iteration of the anniversary proof American Silver Eagle. However, this one is the 30th anniversary and the only one of the 4 that is actually marked on the coin itself for the anniversary of the American Silver Eagle. The first and I believe only time that the United States government will do this. When you buy this here today, you're going to get the certificate that is good for 2 additional coin gradings with the Red Oak presentation box. That's a $50 bonus value that gets you down to $129.95. Is there any wonder it's about a 4.6 star customer pick that you've got right there? A great addition for any of the 1,000 people or so that just bought the SP. Right. This is the companion piece. Then you have the full and complete set. Sadly, of the 5,830, we are down to only about 600. Over 5,200 in the first day of issue have been sold and spoken for.
So more limited. Thus the seconds that you're seeing on your television screen. So if you are making a note of the coins as you go along, this is one that you certainly want to just make a point to write down the item number, which is 515379. And I am being told we are going to move right along. Please continue to ask about the coin. We are going to remind you about some great values that are going to be coming up in just a little bit. So our Silver Eagle on our auto ship. Oh, this is awesome.
We got it all set up.
Yeah,
we got it all ready.
Awesome.
It's the $99. We got the whole thing. This is your chance for one call to get every American Silver Eagle, every single solitary American Silver Eagle from 1986 through 2017 at one low guaranteed price.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So 540412 is the item number. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be, this is one of my favorite things. It's not just exclusive to HSN, it's like super exclusive to HSN.
All right.
I mean, I designed this for HSN. Right. This was forever in the making. It's absolutely, oh, this is the Buffalo. I thought we were going already to the Mid-State 69s. Okay. So yeah, let's just do like 3 minutes here.
Ooh,
okay?
I already love that.
A very quick little 3-minute clock, okay? I've got the Mid-State 70. The only 24-karat gold coin made by the United States government continuously is the American Buffalo Gold.
Neat.
Check this guy. You may recognize that and say, hey, that looks vaguely familiar. And it should, if you've ever seen a Buffalo nickel. That's the design. Designed by James Earl Fraser in 1913, it's become one of the most iconic American coin designs in the history of the United States Mint. It was recreated for the very first time in solid 24-karat gold in 2006. This is the 10th anniversary of the American Gold Buffalo that you're going to have right here. This is the 10th anniversary. We have the 2017 Mint State 70, absolutely perfect American Gold Buffalo, only 119 in the entire limited edition. Every single solitary one of them is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. When we make the regular American Eagle, which we saw earlier, we saw a few of those earlier, the regular American Eagle is 9005. Because understand, 24-karat gold is very soft. Gold's the most malleable of all the metals. It's easiest to hammer out. You can hammer it down to basically 1 micron. And so because of that, 24-karat gold coins just don't hold up to any wear or anything. So to make a 24-karat gold coin that you can then get in Mint State 70 perfect condition becomes even more difficult, even more collectible, and even more desirable. So to get 119 coins, I had to go through 500 coins that were literally government sealed right out of a government box. 500 ounces of gold that we had to go through to be able to get this. Like I said, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. 2017 that you see right there. This incredibly iconic American image. The reverse of this is a buffalo. That was actually Black Diamond. He was on a display in the American Zoological Society for many, many years. James Fraser sketched him actually in New York. The obverse of the coin is a compendium of about 7 different Indian models that Fraser sketched and then put them all together to create this incredibly iconic American image. You You can take it in this gold or even the regular Buffalo nickel and take that pretty much anywhere in the world and show it to somebody and they'll go America, United States. I mean, they just know that. It is visually as American of a coin as has ever been made. It's been done as a nickel in 1913. In 2001, the United States government did it in silver. Okay, the silver pair of those in 70, I would have a hard time. They did it in Mint State and Peru. That pair, I would be hard pressed to sell you for $21.99.95. It's sold out. It revived single-handedly the American commemorative silver dollar program. And then in 2006, 5 years later, they decided to do it again. This time in solid gold. So we've got the brand new 2017 Mint State 70, 119 in the limited edition. America's only 24-karat gold coin, and unlike the American Silver Eagle, which you can buy the 5, the 10, the 25, or the 50. In the Buffalo, only the $50 coin. It's the only denomination that they make.
Well, we are going to invite you to continue to shop. It is no surprise that you guys are responding beautifully to this.
Yep.
I remember when I first started working with Mike, and I saw, I'll be honest with you, I saw some of the prices of the coins, and I go, do people really buy those coins?
Yeah, well, it's an ounce of pure 24-karat gold.
Know,
but I understand.
But you know, when people watch, like, you know, it's
I mean, we saw a lot of $29 stuff and $39 stuff, but when you start getting $2,300,
sure. But I think you would be surprised with the tremendous response that we get.
Absolutely.
And that is because we at HSN have been doing this longer than anybody else on television.
Right.
And so people know us and people trust us because we've been around almost 40 years this year, and we're going to continue to bring you more values. Hey, Kristen Chenoweth is going to be here this Wednesday. Here's Callie to tell us more.
We're celebrating Valentine's Day early on HSN with the return of Kristen Chenoweth. She performs from her new album, The Art of Elegance, which includes exclusive bonus songs you can only find on HSN. She's also back with her exclusive jewelry collection. Enjoy free shipping and special pricing on new arrivals, as well as customer favorites. Watch Kristen Chenoweth Wednesday at 7 p.m. or search Kristen Chenoweth on hsn.com.
Marla Wynn is easy elegance. It's simple, it's sophisticated, it's really a line that works for every woman. I don't design for any particular kind of woman. It's just up to your personal taste and how you want to use my clothes as a canvas to tell your story.
Lancôme Paris, Saturday on HSN.
So Mike is really funny. So I was here.
And I said, how about we'll both do this?
And he goes, Marlo, do you need a little help there? And I go, no, I'm going to stand over here in the front. It's good to have you shopping with us, and we are going to move into something that's pretty exciting. This is an opportunity for you to be able to join what we're calling an auto ship program. And we launched this last month. Just a couple of days ago, I want to say.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
We did this
it's a
2
new
weeks
month.
ago.
It's the entire Silver Eagle collection that you're going to get a chance to collect through our auto ship program. It's $99.95. You get flex on the first shipment, but with auto ship, you're always going to be able to pay only $99.95. But here's why that's important.
Yep.
The cost of silver goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. You will always pay the same. And then last week, you mentioned the prices going up again.
It doesn't matter. Your price can never go up. Your delivery is guaranteed.
Which is awesome.
Now understand, the silver is an important part of this. Each one of these coins is an ounce of pure silver. But it's not just that. because we're going to send you the 2017, okay? So for $99.95, okay? For $99.95. Now, I want to explain to you what you actually get for this. For those of you that have collected for many, many, many years, you're familiar with PCGS, right? You're familiar with everything else. And you know you have never, ever, ever seen a PCGS coin like this. They have started doing these custom rings, if you will. And I have custom and exclusive the green ring. So, and I picked green very, very specifically, particularly for the American Silver Eagle, okay? And the reason is the American Silver Eagle comes from the United States government, and always has, in what's called a green monster box. I'm gonna show you one of those. Because this is what you get it from in the United States. Now, the Mint does not sell these directly to the United States public. This is how you buy them, an original Mint box. And it says United States Mint, and in here is 500 American Silver Eagles. We have to go back and find original mint sealed boxes from 1986, 87, 88, 89, because you get, at the same $99.95, you get every American Silver Eagle, not just the 2017.
Everyone ever made.
You get 1986, 87, 88, 89, 90. The 96, which of course is usually going to be triple this. That's without taking into account that this is the special green mug. And if we can get in close on these, if we could. Okay, look at this. It says United States American Silver Eagle, directly from a mint sealed box. I thought I had those up here. There you go. The mint sealed, directly from the mint sealed box. Okay, is what this is. And so it says that, I think on most of the labels, it says directly from a mint sealed box. It is the green label in this. Now, here's the other thing that we've done. By the way, this is what you get to keep your collection in. We send you one of these mint boxes.
Oh, that's cool.
Just like this. And you're going, well, how do I put my coins in there? These are the green PCGS boxes. Notice the theme of the green. They stopped making these 4 years ago. I happen to have several thousand of these in inventory. Your coins fit right in them, just like this. They fit in the green monster box, just like this. That's how you display and present your collection as you get each and every one of them. They come in the green monster box. So you're going to get the green monster box. I'm going to take one of those PCGS boxes out of that. So remember, you're going to get every single one of these sold out limited edition American Silver Eagles. Your price can never go up and your delivery is guaranteed. So I'm going to put this right here. So there's the green PCGS box. The other thing is that counterfeiting has become so rampant, has become so incredibly difficult. There's people out there, particularly that even try to counterfeit the holders. That's why you just can't buy your coins just on the internet, folks. You've got to buy your coins from a place that you know, from a place that you trust. You have to buy your coins from a place that's been here for 40 years. Now, PCGS is helping us. I want to show you this right now. This is their newest level of counterfeit detection. This is a UV light. Look at that. So if you shine a UV light on this special PCGS label, awesome. You're going to have the obverse and the reverse of an American Silver Eagle underneath that. That is third generation counterfeit technology. First, you've got the ultrasonically sealed holders. Then you've got the Tepper evident holographic seals. Then you've got the green. Now, these green gaskets, while they're cool looking, they also serve as counterfeit detection, because to make a gasket is an extraordinarily expensive proposition. It takes a die, a metal die, to make these that can literally be $100,000 to $200,000. So some, a knockoff counterfeiter in China, it just doesn't have a 200 grand to make this. So that adds to it. And then you're going to have, once again, the UV opportunity that you've got on that. It's on the obverse, and you're going to have, there's the obverse and the reverse, so you're going to get that. So here's how it works. Oh, and I want to show you this, because we've had several people call, and I added it from last week, every phone line going. And by the way, I can only take 500 auto ships, because that's the whole box. We're already down to 350, 347. People ask, hey, what if I don't want to wait, get one every month? I'm going to give you an item number where you can get every one of them. 1986. No, that's the proof one. I'm sorry. I should have an item number for a complete set of the Mint State. We're going to get to the proof here in just a minute. Give you the proof from American Civil. It's the entire one of these.
Well, stand by. We're going to.
We'll see if I can find those. Maybe Phil can help them do that.
Can I get in and talk about AutoShip for a moment? Because AutoShip is an incredible opportunity. We talked about how not only are you guaranteed to get the product, but we also guarantee the price. And that is really huge. Remember, you can use the flex on the first payment tonight. But the nice thing about AutoShip is that you set it up the way that you would like for it to be delivered. Now, this AutoShip is every 30 days, but you can always skip a shipment. You might be traveling for some reason, or you might need to extend it. You can certainly do that. So just know you're in complete control all the time with AutoShip. There's no penalty if you want to change your mind or get out of it. A big part of coins is AutoShip. I learned that from Mike. I've been learning a lot since I've worked with him. I mean, the commitment. You've had people on AutoShip for years, haven't you? Like, tell them the story. I mean, it's interesting. You'd be surprised.
I have people that, when we sold the United States state quarters in 1999, I have people still getting the AutoShip for the National Parks quarters. 2017. So they've been in our AutoShip program for 18 years.
Isn't that incredible?
Okay, for 18 years.
Yeah,
we've had people continuously in our same coin AutoShip for 18 years.
Yes, it's fabulous.
Okay, so here's, let's go back to this, because I love the AutoShip. Folks, every single phone line, because I want to explain from a coin standpoint what you get. First things first, for those of you that are familiar with PCGS, it is probably the most popularly collected of all the four major grading companies. You've got Annex, ICG, NGC, and then PCGS. So this is PCGS. Never before have they done the colored gaskets before. And some people have got, you might have seen some, they've done some blue ones, and you see that. But the only place you can get green ones and green Silver Eagles is right here from me, right here, right now. They are 100% unique. They're 100% unique. They're 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. So you're going to have Mint State 69 Silver Eagle. But you're going to get, and here's the thing, the 2017, and you're going to get the tamper-evident holographic seal, and then oh, by the way, you get the UV light. I send you the UV.
I was going to wonder.
Oh, yeah. This comes with your first shipment.
That's neat.
So you get your UV light. The other #1 question I've had is, when do I get the green monster box? Is it like the 10th shipment, 12th shipment? No. Your first auto shipment, you get the box. You get the box with the first auto shipment. Cool. So you get this for $99, and then the next coin that you get the box too for $99.95, okay? So the box comes, so you're ready to go with all of this right here. Okay, I want to show you this real quick. Can we show it to them very quickly, Rocky? Because not everybody, I like getting the auto shipment. I love that. Instead, here's all 32 coins.
Okay, here's your item number, because it's not in our show. The item number is 541327. I'm going to repeat it once again. 541327, 541327. Rocky, I didn't get the other part that you said at the end.
That's if you want the entire shipment.
Yeah, you don't want to wait.
You don't want to wait. And then there's people out there that don't want to wait. You get the whole thing in the box, you get the whole deal.
541327.
But here's the deal, folks. You get, and I have to understand, the American Silver Eagle, as you see it right here, is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world. But understand, and the break point here is 2008. 2008, remember, we kind of had some financial issues in the United States and the world. And silver, the desire for silver coins went to the moon. It just went insane. The United States government has traditionally made about 5 million American Silver Eagles from 1986 to 2007. Starting in 2008, that number went to 40 million. 10 times as much on average. Your 99 doesn't get 10 times more expensive when you get to 2008, 2007, 2006, 5, 4. If you look at the 1996 in this, I suspect there's not one in the marketplace. I don't know what it would be worth, the 1996 with the holographic label and the green seal right here. You can the only place to get it on the planet right now is in our either direct complete set or in our auto ship program, because this is 100% unique. So you've got the counterfeit detection technology that you're going to have in here, and with one call you can get them all. With one call you get every major not every American Silver. Can we go over here and look at it? So you start here, 86, 87, 88, 89. You get every single one, all of them sold out, limited editions. Now, one of the questions I get is, why not a Mint State 70 set? I am working very hard to put a set together. When I get one, I will put it on the air. It will be a minimum of $100,000. Probably more like $150,000. I've not seen a complete set of PCGS Min-State 70s in probably 4 or 5 years. Because I think there's only 5 or 6 sets in existence in Min-State 70. So Min-State 69 becomes the most collectible and affordable set of American Silver Eagles. And like I said, with our patented holographic technology that's available no place else, and PCGS is basically debuting that with us here at HSN. So folks, here's the fact of the matter is I can only take 500 people in the auto ship here. Only 500 people in the auto ship, because you understand, I have to find original mint sealed boxes, 1986, 87, 88, 89, 90. I'm down to 300. Continue to call in, 100% exclusive to us. I mean, I could have charged $199 or $299 because the label and the gasket, 100% exclusive with that 3rd generation holographic technology.
Well, enjoy that FlexPay. That's the only time that you'll get the FlexPay is on the first one, and then reminding you you're in complete control of the subsequent auto ships. But thank you very much for your calls there. And one.
Well, we're going to show this, I think, for a couple of minutes.
We've got
Let's
time.
do that. Let's do that for those 3 minutes.
So as we set up for this, we're going to be offering to our 2000 and 2016 and our Proof Silver Eagles auto ship.
So we've made the American Silver Eagle. They made the American Silver Eagle from 1986. They made the Min-State. Remember, we showed the Proof Silver Eagle. The Proof Silver Eagle is as popularly collected as anything. It is anywhere between 10 and 20 and 30 times rarer than the regular American Silver Eagle, the Min-State American Silver Eagle. What I've got right here is a complete collection, okay? A complete collection of the American Silver Eagle. Yeah, can you believe that?
I went to pick this up.
In our auto ship.
Not so much.
In the auto ship, okay? You're going to get the 2000 and the year 2000 and the 2016 30th anniversary. You get that for $299. You know what else you get for $299? You get the box. You get the 2 coins and the box for $290. Remember, we sold this coin for $179? Yeah. Or does the box come with the first auto ship? Let's check that, would you please?
Here,
see if
let's
the box. Yeah, we'll get to that. But look at this box. Marlo, I'm going to scoot around.
Okay, let's do it. I may have to borrow your glasses.
Look at this. This is spectacular, and if you want every American Silver Eagle in proof condition, folks, this is where you get it. Look at that. Every American Silver Eagle in the red, white, and blue exclusive holder that you're going to see right there. Isn't that spectacular? You're going to get the first year. You get the 2016 and the 2000 for $299. You're going to get the box, and I'll get to, and my mistake for that, I think it might be with the first auto ship on the box. It's the first auto ship, okay? So you get these 2 for $299. Then your auto ship's $159 per coin.
Right,
but you get the box. But you get the box with the first auto ship.
Yes.
You get the box with the first auto ship. Folks, and these are even more limited, so I've got the proof that you're going to have. So these aren't the Min-State coins. These are the proof American Silver Eagles. And if you start looking for proof in terms of rarity and collectability, all of those 1990s proof American Silver Eagles are ridiculously hard to get. All of them, as you can see, now these are NGC. Now you can see this is the American Collector Series. That's also exclusive. So now I've got all 4 of the companies, and I've got exclusive stuff. So you got first day of issue Annex, first day of issue ICG. We've got the green gasket for PCGS, and I have the American Collector Series exclusive for NGC. So we're putting all that together. We're going to give you the chance. So you're going to get the 2000 and 2016 for $299. And then your auto ship is $159 a month.
$159.95.
$159.95, thank you. And you get the box with the first shipment.
Perfect.
And I think the box is $129.
You can look on, you can check on hsn.com.
And once again, I'm going to scoot around to the front. I love that overhead shot. I know we don't have much time. I just want to show you once you fill this.
So heavy.
Look at it. That's why it's so heavy, because it's filled with solid silver. Look at that. Beautiful. That's going to be 30 American proof. The 32 with these over here. That's 32 American proof Silver Eagles, and you're going to get every single solitary one of them.
We have to end the show.
But I always hate that.
Yeah, absolutely. 540-422 is the item number, hsn.com. Shop the expanded assortment, and you can check out all of the other coins that we never got a chance to even present in the show tonight. Mike,
Pleasure as always.
it.
It's great.
I enjoyed it. Thank you, guys. What a wonderful show. I don't know how many sellouts we ended up having, but it was quite a bit.
Yep.
So it was an incredible show tonight. Here at HSN, we are actually celebrating Dell Month at HSN. And so we are thrilled to celebrate Dell Month. And Shannon is going to be coming up next, and she's going to give us a look at a terrific Dell product starting now.
Okay, we have